Yeah, Eric, you said on the pregame show that Tennessee is probably the best defensive team in the country. Did you, after playing them, do you feel that way too?
Well, they're so long and they're so physical on both sides of the ball. It's not just the physicality of Tennessee on the defensive end, the screen setting, and then when Ziegler got hurt, they became longer, bigger, taller, um, more physical probably. Um, but yeah, they completely out physicaled us. There's no doubt about it. Um, the loose ball game, the rebounding game, um, the screen setting was much more forceful than ours. Yeah, I would say it's the best defensive team that we've played.
And then you guys had 16 turnovers, 10 in the first half, and Anthony had six. I know he handles the ball a lot. That's pretty uncharacteristic for him. Just what do you think of the turnovers and what led to that?
Yeah, I mean, they were physical, and we were not able to withstand the physicality, taking care of the basketball, and certainly an assist to turnover ratio of 16 to 8 is not a good assist to turnover ratio. Certainly, we would like the entire team to take better care of the basketball, but the rebounding up front with our bigs was not very good as well. So, a lot of areas, you know, unfortunately, I mean, we got one regular season game and still a lot of areas that we need to continue to teach. And, um,
And
our younger players, I mean, this is the last, we have one regular season game. They've got to continue to develop, as well.
you guys were 13 and 22 on free throws. I know, they won by 18, we're up by 20 something, but how troubling is the free throw shooting of late? And I know you guys work on them. Is there anything you can see that you can do better there?
I mean, the only thing I know, Bob, at this time of year is to get in the gym, shoot them with confidence. It's college basketball in the SEC. Certainly, you want to shoot as a team over 72%, 73% at the minimum, and we have not lived up to that. It's our coaching staff's responsibility to make them better foul shooters. So the only thing we can do is continue to get in the gym and work on our free throw shooting.
Curtis?
Thanks.
Hey, Coach, the paint points is an area that you guys have won more often than not this year. I know Tennessee is good in there too, but minus 24 tonight. You touched on the physicality a little bit. Just curious what you saw that was the difference in there.
Well, we didn't go in there, and when we did, we didn't finish. Tennessee's really strong. They're really physical. Um, it certainly wasn't the block shots. I mean, they only had two blocks, and I don't think they had a block in the first half. So we were not driving in there and getting our shots altered. Uh, we were going in there and not finishing against verticality. And you need to go and you need to attack the rim against a physical team. You need to get into the body. And we did not do that from a physical standpoint.
Scotty?
Yeah, Eric, I know Bob asked you about AB's turnovers. I know some of those were self-inflicted, but did Tennessee particularly do anything to maybe throw him off from a ball handling standpoint?
I mean, Coach Barnes would, I mean, they do a good. I mean, you look at their guards. Their guards always have a lot of steals. Meshack is a high steal player, but certainly from a point guard position, we as a group have got to do a better job than the 6 turnovers that Anthony had, the 2 turnovers that Nick had, and the 2 turnovers that Devo had. That's 10 turnovers between our primary ball handlers, and then you add in Ricky's, and there was a lot of passes tonight that were just thrown out of bounds. So certainly have to credit Coach Barnes and credit Tennessee, and then there was out of those 16 turnovers, there was at least 5 to 7 that were self-inflicted. A lob pass that was not completed. But it wasn't just our guard play. I mean, our bigs, you look at the rebounding numbers and their paint points. We didn't protect the rim nearly like we need to. Tennessee completely outplayed us.
Coach, how confident are you that this team can turn the page pretty quickly and get ready for a really pivotal home game this weekend?
Well, we didn't bounce back like we had hoped after playing Alabama, and we'll continue to do what we've done with all of our teams and go back and prepare. And we got to do a better job, obviously. But that, the only thing I know is to go back to work and continue to try to improve. We took a step backwards tonight. There's no question, both as a team and individually, we took several steps backwards. And so we'll get back and try to prepare for Kentucky.
Yeah, Ricky, I guess I'll just start with how did Tennessee most disrupt you guys' offensive rhythm tonight?
I think like earlier in the year, we got in foul trouble early, including myself, and that made us less aggressive on the defensive end, and they took full advantage of that. They're already an aggressive team, getting to the rim, setting their various screens and things, so we just got beat tonight.
16 turnovers for you guys tonight. Just was there a theme there? What do you got to do to clean that up?
This is just getting the game. And, we did a really good job protecting the ball a couple games ago. Just wasn't in the flow tonight.
Curtis.
Ricky, what did you make of the physicality that Tennessee played with tonight, and how difficult was that for you guys to adjust to?
Like I said earlier, I feel like we would have, but we got in foul trouble early, and I don't know how many people had 3+ fouls. I guess I can look at this, but we couldn't. We was gonna all foul out. I know I had 3 in the first half. That's never happened in my career, at any level. I don't think so. And then with the rest of us, I mean, they got offensive rebounds, which was a key for us to stop that. But I think the foul trouble made everybody less aggressive, and they just took full advantage of it.
And obviously, this has been a tough 2-game road stretch here for you guys. What's the message right now in the locker room? What's the mindset? Because obviously, you got to have a short-term memory here.
No comment.
Bob. Bob. I think you're muted, Bob.
Sorry about that. It was giving me issues. Ricky, Eric Musselman said before the game on the pregame show that Tennessee was probably the best defensive team in the country. They were really high in all the metrics. Just how good was their defense? How tough was it tonight?
From the outside looking in, which I had an opportunity to do because I was on the bench a lot. I mean, it looked pretty solid. I mean, they're the number one from the stats that he showed, but I mean, I feel like we were just making silly mistakes. Not necessarily something they caused. I know all 3 of my turnovers was really on me, except the one that Vescovi stole from me. Other 2, I just jumped in there and threw it out of bounds. So just silly mistakes for me and throughout the team. So it was good, but it's something we could adjust to if we see them again.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I mean to step on you there. And obviously, you guys get to come back home, play Kentucky. You've already beat Kentucky once, but they seem to be playing better. Just what are your thoughts about coming home and getting another shot at Kentucky?
I just think we got to bring positive energy. That's all I got to say about that. We got to bring positive energy throughout the board, start with the coaches all the way down to the players. So got one more game left, regular season, then we on to the SEC tournament. So hopefully win this one and bring momentum.
And then they outscored you all 42-18 in the paint. That's usually a stat you guys are pretty good in. What do you think happened there?
Their posts. They're getting offensive rebounds. I know Adu played well, number 13 played well. And they was beating us in the post, getting offensive rebounds, getting putbacks, a couple of dump ins. Foul trouble created lineup differences for us. So I know at one point we was playing 5 guards with their 6'9" 4-man and their 7 feet 5-man. So it was just a not normal game. So not much to say on that.
Thanks, Rick. Appreciate your time.
You know.